Hello individuals and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the Video Guyz podcast with another solo edition. I know, I'm sorry, I told y'all that Chris... Oh my god, what's the dog kicking off at? I told y'all that Chris will be back, but unfortunately he's not. Now, it's not really Chris's fault this week, I don't think. I'm just sort of letting him carry on with his shenanigans. I don't even know if he's up to date, because this is the Miss Marvel Episode 6 spoiler-heavy review, season finale. I don't know if he's up to date with everything, or what's going on. Obviously, we can recap it with him in a future podcast anyway, and have a good conversation and a discussion. But yeah, I think he's still doing house shenanigans and crack. Maybe he has abandoned. Maybe he's thought, my life's better off without Daniel. No, he hasn't really. I've been speaking to him. We're all right. And yeah, we can get back to normal ASAP. Hopefully. Like I said, this week he may have come down, but it's just, I haven't seen him, I haven't spoken too much. I'm going to be at work on this Saturday, and I don't want to piss him around too much. Fucking work, I know visuals. I hate it. Why can't I be born rich? I've got the window open. Maybe I should have shut the window. That might be a better idea. But yes, it is the Miss Marvel Episode 6 season finale, and wow, what a season finale. I think I'll do it like I usually do visuals, just go through my notes, which is just one page, a hell of a lot more than last week, thank God. And then we will take a look at my thoughts and opinions on the whole series, on the whole show, how it fits in, and blah, blah, and all that shenanigans. Very visuals. First of all, the first note we have to get straight to, we have to jump straight into is, mutants are here. Yes, the mutants are finally inside of the MCU. We think. We're 99.99% sure. We all know Kamala should be an Inhuman. Obviously, we know the stuff that happened with the Terrigen stuff and all the shenanigans that happens with her. But it looks as if they're going to be making her a mutant for the show, because we see Bruno talk to her. It's like, I've had another chance to look at DNA. It's not the same as your family's. There's something that seems to be a bit mutated in your DNA. And then we get the da-na-na-na-na. If that's not the biggest nod and like in your face mutant moment, then what is? The old X-Men animated TV series theme tune saying mutation? Surely that means mutants. It has to be. Like I said, we know she's originally Inhuman, but I don't think they're going to go down that route. Also, I wanted to point out as well, I didn't notice this at the time, but when you go back and think about it, the Department of Damage Control in this series in particular were very like a mutant sort of related villain group, if you know what I mean. Because there was we heard stuff like certain people shouldn't have powers, blah blah blah. Kids, but you could easily change that kids for mutants or whatever, and they were very much doing whatever they could to control these people with these powers. Because you got that big divide between humans and mutants and whatnot in the films and the comics and the shows and stuff. We had that big divide here yet again, and it's exactly how it felt. So it felt like an anti-mutant organization, and I only noticed that when I finished watching. I was like, they were a little bit. You could see them if they said she's a mutant at the start of the show, you could see them saying like, oh, they are an anti-mutant group or whatever. So that was a bit fucking mental. There's another cool thing: the Red Daggers map has moved. Obviously, we know that it's tracking Noor. We see Kareem; he's there. Obviously, Kamala gives him a ring and whatnot. And the map's moved. Are we still tracking more mutants? Are we still tracking people from the Nord dimension? What's happening? What's going on there? Why is the map moved? The camera literally focuses in on it and puts our attention onto it. So what does that mean? Another cool thing, going back to X-Men related stuff, yes, it's very mutant related notes. Her powers resemble, I don't know if you'll know him, a lesser known X-Men called Armor, who had she could put its armor thing round her. And Kamala's powers throughout this seemed very reminiscent, or at least an homage to her, which is quite cool. Damage Control have some weapons that look like, well, I assume they might be the same sort of tech in the same universe, but they seem like the same sort of sonic weapons used in the Incredible Hulk. They're like the sonic speaker blaster sort of things. Their weapons look just like that. And finally, oh wait, is it finally, or do I have more notes? Oh no, I do. I've got a page and a half. Sorry, I'm telling lies. She gets her very own sort of Spider-Man 2 homage scene. Remember Spider-Man 2, the train sequence? He's fought Doc Ock and he's fucked off. And all the people embrace him and sort of, take him in as one of their own. They look after him, say, yeah, he's one of us fighting for us. He's one of our people. She gets her own moment where the people come to the defense of her when the Department of Damage Control surround her, but it felt like a very own sort of Spider-Man 2 moment. cool, fun thing now that I'm a TikToker as well. Visuals. If you haven't checked it out, go check me out on TikTok. I'm a TikTok sensation. Not really. I'm still a fat moron. But there's a TikTok user at the end when he's doing a dance by the name of Master Paul 616, and we know that 616 is our normal comic book universe, and we now know is also our MCU universe, meaning the MCU is the comic universe, or however they're doing it. Then we've got this one's pretty cool. We get the whole. Should I jump straight into that? No, I was actually going to sign off with this one, but I'll do it now because then we're going to get onto the actual big spoiler cutscene bit. I was going to end it with the awesome, iconic sitting on the lamppost scene. Do they call them lampposts in America? I don't know. Where Kamala sat at the top of it, and it's a scene from the comics, and it's cool. I've been waiting for that little moment for the whole show. I think I'd love to have that as a poster. Hopefully they do release it as a poster. And I could stick it up on the wall somewhere. I fucking love it. I was gonna end that on like a big high note, but we might as well end the notes with the Carol Danvers stuff because body swap with Captain Marvel. Dun dun dun. We see the cutscene at the end. Camilla. That's WWE. Kamala's bracelet's going nuts, and all of a sudden she's sucked through her wardrobe, and then boom, out comes Carol Danvers, Captain America, looking around thinking, that's a picture of me. That's a picture of me. This picture of me. What's going on? What the fuck is going on here? And it all goes mental. But what's quite interesting is we can see when it all kicks off, it's her body, like around her and that the energy is all like a purpley, which could be like a reference to the Nega band from one of Miss Marvel, the original Miss Marvels. It was before she was Captain Marvel. With the black suit and the yellow and the gold hair and whatnot. Comic book line. When they did that, the Nega band, there is references and similarities to that. The whole swapping, Carol coming through and Kamala going back, we need that. That's obviously going to be the big twist of the Marvels, because where's Monica Rambeau? We know she's part of the Marvels. As far as we're aware, it's just Miss Marvel, Monica, and Carol. And this is going to be the reason why they're all swapped. We know that the weapons, especially Shang-Chi weapon and this weapon, are going to have some sort of implication, ramification, that stuff going forward. Maybe it's these different mystical and powerful space weapons. There's somebody's coming to try and capture them or recollect them or use them, or maybe their own sort of infinity gauntlet, but with all these mental bracelets or some shit they're doing in the MCU. And Carol Danvers has been investigating and having a look into Shang-Chi's one, so they're going to slowly break them all down, have a look and see what's going on and whatnot. Maybe that's where they're going with this. But yes, we now have our first step between, because we see the Miss Marvel will return in the Marvels. We know what's going on with her. Well, we don't know. We know the future holds for her, with that being the Marvels and where she's going to go and stuff. So yeah, it sets us up nicely, because I think we won't see any of them again until the Marvels, will we? That's including Monica, unless Monica... Is Secret Wars out before the Marvels? I can't remember. Chris is usually better remembering how the new projects are coming up. I usually fucking forget. I'm a fucking idiot. But yes, that was Miss Marvel. Awesome cutscene. I actually got a bit excited to see Captain Marvel, even though Brie Larson... I don't know if she rubs me up the wrong way or not. I do like her, but ever since she did that interview about why are you all white, I'm like, Jesus Christ, I want to talk comics and films and shit. I'm not here to talk about fucking political stuff. Even though political should be talked about, just not when I'm trying to nerd out. Maybe. There again, is that selfish of me? I don't know. I am an idiot. But Miss Marvel is done, dusted, over. How was the show? How good was it? I'm going to say really, really fucking good. No, it didn't blow my mind. No, it wasn't outstanding and amazing epic. But it was really, really, really fun. Bees noticed it, and a couple of mates of mine at work and that have noticed it. They think that I may like it so much because this version of Kamala, it reminds them of me, and she reminds me of me because of her love and enthusiasm and passion for a certain hero, and ditsy doozy and daydream and making all these scenarios. Because I will sit there and just make up a little Spider-Man scenario in my head or whatever. Not that I'll ever be acrobatic enough to be Spider-Man. I suppose, well, if I got bit, the powers would do that for me anyway. But it's a really, really, really fun show. I really do enjoy the whole team coming of it. Sorry, that was Octopus kicking off at somebody. Every time somebody walks past, he's like, fuck off, this is my street, fuck off. He's an absolute little prick. I love the coming of age teen story. I love there's something in that where she's posing as Captain Marvel in the episode 1, but pretending to be something that she wants to be, something that but rather than something that she is. And at the very end, she's in her uniform made by her mum, and how adorable is it that her mum's now on her side, even though they were at odds for so much of the show, and how they see the future for Kamala. Her mum sees it this way, she sees it this way, she wants this for her, she wants this for herself. But then standing in the mirror with that pose and that smile, and you could fully embrace that she now knew who she was in terms of her person, her faith, her way forward, what she is, who she is, what she stands for, everything. That was it. It's like, yep, I am Miss Marvel. The origin name as well. Her dad saying it. Oh, it was just, oh, I wish he was my dad. He's so fucking cool. And I love that little moment of how they come full circle together. Obviously, there probably will still be a bit more at the future. I can see some spots later on in films where Miss Marvel's about to do a dangerous mission, and her mum rings and she's saying, "Oh, Kamala, remember this is very dangerous. I need you to be back at 10:30." You know, something crazy going on. Obviously, it's going to kick off anyway when they realise that Carol Danvers is upstairs, and she's going to be like, "You're not my daughter." And Carol's going to be like, "Yeah, I know. I don't know who you are or what this is or what's going on." But I loved how everybody come full circle, because it was a big conflict between, you know, balancing school and her friends, and then family in the past, unlocking what this bracelet is, and that now we'll find out mutant crack and all this carry on. There was a lot to unpack, and I feel like they did it in a good way. It was a funny show. It was a nice steady pace. It was very. I think the ultimate word to describe it is sweet. It was very sweet. It was charming. It was fun. The last episode, for example, the way that because a couple of the episodes were a lot slower, were a bit slower than usual. But then we get to this final episode, and again, you can maybe argue to say that, you know, the fight scene was a bit pointless and blah blah blah. I could see why some people would dig at it, but I loved it. I thought it would look great. I thought got a bigger demonstration of her powers. Finally seeing more stretchy crack, because we know that she can stretch, but obviously this is a different version of stretch. It's the whole energy cosmic-y power instead of her physically stretching. Everything going down. Obviously I want to see Bruno again. I like Bruno. I thought it was a nice conclusion of everything and a nice way to end up the whole story. We're not wrap up this part of her story. We still need to know what's going to happen next in terms of the Marvels. But yeah, it was a very sweet show. It's going to get a nice solid 7.5. No, fuck it. It's going to get 8 out of 10. Like I said, it's not going to blow you out the water. It's not absolutely epic. You're not going to be on the edge of your seat. It's not WandaVision or Loki or even Falcon and Captain America. Captain America and the White Wolf, we're going to call it. It's not that epic, but it definitely pulls on your heartstrings. And I do have a soft spot for it in my heart. But visuals. Miss Marvel is done and dusted. Don't know if there's going to be a season 2 or if we're just going to jump straight to the films or whatnot. But I can't wait to see her again. I can't remember the name of the young actress that plays her, but I think she absolutely smashed it. I think everybody did a great job of this. Casting, directing, cinematography, how it was written, especially with the way it was written, because the heavy stuff about the history of, you know, the partition and India and all that kind of stuff, something that I don't know much about, so I won't try and, like I said last time, I won't try and pretend like I do. But yeah, and then we get to, you know, the silly, goofy teenage moments and the heavy moments, the family moments, the love interest, you know, her first boyfriend and all this kind of carry on, and it was very sweet, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to seeing her again. But visuals, what did you think? That was my Miss Marvel episode 6 spoiler heavy review, with Easter eggs and stuff. Mutants, that's the biggest thing we've got to talk about. The mutants are finally here. How many more have been about? Are all of these? Does that mean if we are going to go this way? I wonder if somewhere along the line that the bracelets worked well with Shang-Chi, and that because maybe is he a mutant in some way? I don't think so, because I think he's just really good at martial arts and he's going to use the bracelets and whatnot. But if it's these powerful objects that maybe help you unlock the mutagen inside of you, fuck knows how they're going to do it. We don't know. But visuals, we do know that Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con, in fact, yeah, by the time this goes up, no, it's next week, isn't it, Comic-Con? No, is it this week? No, it's next weekend. We may have some more answers to some stuff, or at least a few more steps close to some answers. We shall see, visuals. But apart from that, let me know what you think of Miss Marvel and everything in the comments below, visuals. Thank you so much for watching. That's been a whirlwind of a ride. We'll get back to this next time when She-Hulk's here for the weekly breakdowns. But thanks for watching. You guys are literally the best. We'll keep being new visuals and keep on keeping on.